Lobby of the hotel. Again, it's a very nice lobby.
Chinese steakhouse, fast food outlets like McDonald's and Ocean Basket and Steers if people just wanted a takeaway meal. But then you have all the shops that are open until 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning for shopping. And of course the casino is open 24 hours a day. And the casino is now the biggest casino in southern Africa. So the casino floor is the piazza of the Italian village. It's the Italian square where everybody comes to meet and do a bit of gambling and spend some money. They also have a salon privé there, which is where the high roller gamblers will go and gamble. So the stakes on the tables are a bit higher, and they have their own private dining areas and bars and things like that. You can visit those when you go over there. And then the palazzo and the bazzo as well. We need a bazzo. Yeah.
Do you provide babysitting facilities?
We do,
On
yes.
request?
Yes, on request, yes. We just need about 8 hours notice, and we have a couple of ladies who've done babysitting and who are qualified to do that. Yes. Go through into the bedrooms. The bathroom's quite beautiful in here as well.
Oh.
We do have a lot of measurements. We get opportunity like Camille teams of everybody. Which makes it interesting.
So United Nations must be changed their place from New York to Johnstown.
This is going to look very nice with all these glasses here.
Yeah.
It's going to be so shiny. And if you're all good boys, I'll send you a copy of this.
Well, cheers.
Cheers. You having a good time here in South
Thank you very
Africa?
much. I'm enjoying myself.
Very good, very good. Thanks to English holidays.
Yeah, thanks to you.
And we have the music of Julio
Julio.
in the background.
That's so romantic.
Yeah. All right. Mr. Nelson,
Yes, sir.
would you please say your last name because
Kudo.
yes.
Louder, please.
And where are you from? Which station?
Doha, Emirates Holidays.
English holidays in Doha.
Look up.
And I have found him to be a very cool guy. So
Thank you very much.
Especially tonight that you catch
That's
cold.
like a compliment.
Especially that tonight you catch cold. You feel cool.
So this is a gentleman who believes that we are in the kind of business that has a lot of glamour but no money.
Absolutely.
So that is
So many money.
You would
no,
agree
it has a
with
lot of glamour but no money.
me.
You know, we
So true, so true.
we
Believe me.
dine in the most exclusive places, but we can't even come here tomorrow again.
If you talk about it coming ourselves, we can't afford it.
We can't afford it. But then we brag about it when we go back, you know. So that's why I have your image
We
here.
do a lot of photographs, we have a lot of video settings, and we show the world how glamorous we are. They peep into our pockets. We have nothing to show them. No greens.
Pockets empty. So, Mr. Sam, if you have anything to say
Yes.
for the
Let me
record.
introduce myself.
Yeah.
Sam from Tehran and anything else.
Actually, you may want to say how you're feeling right now.
I feel very good.
Tipsy a little bit. The wine was good.
The wine was very tasty and we had a very
good dinner, especially the dessert. Everything is very good.
We just need some more rest.
Yes, just a little rest.
Rest has not been enough. Can you please tell what is the name of this hotel that we are in?
And the Italian way, it's pronounced Palazzo.
Palazzo.
Palazzo means the same as palace.
Palace.
Yeah, intercontinental Palazzo.
And this is, they told us it's a brand new property, 18 months old.
Yes, and it's the 17th century style of that Tuscany buildings. Tuscany is a state of southern state of Italy. Tuscany, yes, it's a state, southern state.
It's very nice. I took some shots of the building earlier today, and as well as the swimming pool. So it's very nice. Okay.
So next is this lady.
Yes,
from
of course.
Johannesburg. Yeah.
Could you say
Just
something
introduce yourself, please.
Would like to welcome everybody and I hope you have a wonderful time.
Right.
Your
I'm sure we would.
Could you say something about yourself?
Ice cream.
Your full name?
Jeez.
Yes.
Celeste.
Celeste.
Celeste. Celeste is your first name? Celeste.
So your
Very nice
ancestors
name.
must be French because your name is French. Must be, yes, Celeste.
I'll bring my business cards, guys, when I come and join you again. So
What's your family name?
Kearney, Kearney, which is Irish.
So a mix of French and Irish.
Decaf is for me, please. You know, I'm the person with the stomach problem here.
Next is Ali.
Ali.
Ali. Ali, may I have your attention, please? Please introduce yourself.
Ali himself, the one and only.
Emma from Emerson Days.
He's just too camera shy.
Yes, please.
No comments yet.
No comments, no idea, nothing.
Tonight to go out, take a cab like any other major city in the world. There are certain areas in the city that you have to beware of. The city centre of Cape Town is very quiet. We've got, after 6 o'clock when businesses are closed, Cape Town is absolutely dead, with the exception of 1 or 2 roads where there would be some sleazy pubs. And there's more than enough entertainment at the waterfront for you at night in these shanty towns or informal settlements. Politically correct to say informal settlement. Basically what informal settlement means is that this land belongs to the government. It's got no use, it's not a fertile area for agriculture. These people have just basically put their shacks here. These little huts you see here to the left with the plastic, and those men that you see there standing, they are doing an initiation. The Khoza tribe is the black African tribe that you would find living in this area, and they're doing their initiation over there from boyhood to manhood, and that basically involves circumcision. It's not a very hygienic way. Often infection occurs and you do have a high death rate, and of course AIDS is a big problem. So as I was saying, Cape Town population about 3.5 million. This is the only area in South Africa where we have a winter rainfall. Our winter is June, July, August, and on to September, although the last 2 years we've had our rain much later than normal. Our winters are fairly wet. Our rainfall averages between 420 millimeters to some areas having which means the sun. And on the left, Nyanga, which in the Khoza language means the moon. Nelson Mandela is a Khoza. They are the second largest tribe here in Southern Africa. The Zulu is number 1. We've got 28 different African tribes here in South Africa. 11 official languages. On top of it. Now tomorrow on our itinerary we're going to go to a place called Blouberg, where you will be able to take some spectacular photos across the bay of Table Mountain, and I'm hoping that this wind continues to blow, because then you will see the Table Mountain with its magnificent tablecloth on top.
Tablecloth means the
We hope
clouds.
there will be no fog when we got the Table Mountain.
Pardon?
I hope there will be no fog when we got the Table Mountain.
Yeah, hopefully that will
Be the case.
be the case. Now that cloud is formed by the strong wind that blows, that blows over the Atlantic Ocean and picks up a lot of moist air as it industries that Johannesburg has. They've got all the mining and so on, and a few motor car manufacturing or assembly plants such as BMW and Mercedes. They're all in Johannesburg. Cape Town light industrial area, mostly to do with shipping. Our fishing industry is very big, so you'll find more than often, and it frustrates my wife often when her fridge breaks down or something breaks and we have to get the parts. The regional officers here in Cape Town would say, sorry sir or ma'am, you have to wait, we have to get the part from Johannesburg. It will take a week, and a week often is actually meaning a month. On Louisa Wolinskia, a Polish lady, and she lived for 9 weeks after that, and then she died. That was the first heart transplant. Christian Barnard has now retired. He's just divorced his third wife that gave birth to their second child about 2 months before the divorce. He's now something like 74, and his third wife that he just got divorced to is about 36, which is she's about 4 years older than Chris Barnard's oldest son from his first marriage. And I believe he's just got himself a new girlfriend who's about 21 years old. Not bad for someone of 74.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe for the money, not for the...
She's probably in for the money now.
Yeah.
And he's got no shortage of that.
Yeah.
And as we go the famous island, the Robben Island, the Cape Town Harbour, where many a passenger liner this time of the year comes into port. Queen Elizabeth was our last visitor. She left last week. Cape Town Harbour being, of course, the second largest man-made harbour in South Africa. Durban on the east coast is the largest. And as we continue down the road on the left at about a 11 o'clock position, Table Mountain, the front face of Table Mountain will be coming into view with the tablecloth rolling right over it. Any questions so far? If there's any questions, be free to ask during the trip. I have been guiding for now 10 years, so I should be able to answer most of these questions. However, you will see tomorrow I have got a briefcase that is weighing, well, in my opinion, weighing almost a ton with books. And if there's a question I can't answer, Sugarloaf, but later renamed by the British to Lion's Head, you need to have a few glasses of our beautiful Cape wine to figure out the shape of the lion. Then right ahead of us at the 12 o'clock position we have Signal Hill, and that is where our noon gun is fired from every day at 12 o'clock except on a Sunday, and that was part of our old signalling system. In the old days, if there was a ship coming into port, they would fire a cannon, and the farmers away from the coastline would know that they have to bring their produce to the harbour to sell to the crew on board the ship. They originate from the mixing of the Dutch gentlemen, the Dutch men, with the slaves from Indonesia, as well as the tribal people that existed during the Cape, known as the Khoi people. And as a result, you got a race of mixed blood known as the Cape Colour. Suburban area of Cape Town, this would be known as the Gardens. The Dutch were the first people to settle here in 1652. And the whole reason why they settled here was to start a vegetable garden and have fresh water and some meats for their ships that were en route to the east. So in other words, it was meant to be a reef. Today, that vegetable garden is the botanical garden of the city, almost like Central Park in New York, very similar. And so So this was how the name came into being, Gardens. Some beautiful old houses here. Of course, you pay incredible amount to live here. Then to the right, we have an area known as Tamboer's Kloof. Tamboer is a type of drum. And of course, the Cape was ruled by a governor, and the governor's band would often come up the mountain slope to practice, and that's where the name comes from. Drummer's Gorge, if you had to translate it to English. Large amounts of German-speaking people live here in Tamboer's Kloof, and the whole reason for that is that the German high school, the Deutsche Schule, is situated here on the mountain slopes. If I'm talking too much or too fast, just say hill, you would find hang gliding and then also paragliding. Right there below on the right we have the eastern and northern suburbs of the city. As I said, Cape Town takes up a space of 256 square kilometers.
What's the population?
3.5 million. Estimate. We have a large influx, just like Johannesburg and any other major city in South Africa. A lot of people come to the cities for work. They might look for 4 months and then they'll leave. In other words, today 400 people were moved into these informal settlements. 10 will leave. Tomorrow 10 will arrive and 600 will leave. As I said this afternoon, Cape Town Harbour this time of the year, we often get passenger liners coming in. We're now travelling along the slopes of the Lion's Head, which is some 670 meters cards. And one day the devil approached him. Now this Dutch man had the name of Van Hunks. So the devil said, "Mr. Van Hunks, do you know who I am?" He said, "Yes, you are the devil, and you're probably coming to fetch me." The devil said, "Yes, Mr. Van Hunks, that is absolutely correct." Van Hunks said, "Well, I don't want to go yet. I'm enjoying my life." The devil said, "Well," miles out, Robben Island, referring to Rob, which is seals. So obviously there were a lot of seals, and when the Dutch arrived here, they culled a lot of seals to replenish their meat supplies. It was then later used as a leper colony and as for convicts. So throughout its history, it was basically a prison, and that is where Nelson Mandela was.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Can I have a good photograph of you? A little further down there?
Pause it.
صدا میاد فقط باده باد میپیچه میخوام یه عکس بگیرم ازت وایسی شما
میکنم اینطوری باشه
نمیخوام عکس بگیرم
چرا؟
وایسی
Tabletop Mountain. Hi. Hi. خب آقای سم بگو اینجا کجاست؟
اینجا خط ساحلیه
کیپ تاونه چیزم بکنم
از اون کوه کلقمی هم
بگیرم سب کن من اینجوری چیز دارم که میگه اینجا کیپ تاونه اینطوری کیپ تاون
چجوری گذاشتیم؟
اینو میتونی چیزش کنی؟
آها
این تایتلش
مثلا تایتل میاد چجوری؟
It's very scenic.
خیلی قشنگ
کجا گفتی بگیرم؟ اون
از اون کوه کلقمی
لاین هد اسمش بود گفت مثل اینکه نه این اینه؟
نه این full of sugar.
آها.
جالب کوها شکل خاصی داره اینجا.
And that's the island. یعنی جزیره است که آقای نیلسون مندلا اینجا زندان بوده. زندانه. آقای مندلا گفتش مندلا اینجا زندان بوده نه؟
اون روبه؟
بله.
جزیره روبه.
گفت اون چیزه اون جزیره زندانه اون مندلا اینجا زندان بوده.
اونم جزیره تبعیدیه. میخوایم بریم یه دفعه.
نه این برای sunset record it because I can see if it turns out good I record it.
Okay.
Oof. You're not cold, huh? The Tabletop Mountain. خب امروز روز 9 دیسمبر کاملا میستیکن درسته؟ و روز بسیار بسیار خوبیه و ما از همه روزها امروز سر حال تریم آقای سند درسته؟ یعنی یه شات هم از شما بگیرم که صبحانه نخوردیم.
بله دیگه.
بعدم که اینم تیبل تاپ ماونتن از این انگل این بری. And of course, this is the Indian Ocean, or would this be the Indian Ocean or the
This is the Atlantic.
This is the Atlantic.
There's a lot of arguments of where the meeting point of the two oceans are.
There
A
is.
lot of people think it's Cape of Good Hope, but geographically, the oceanographers say it's the southern tip of Africa. That's Cape of Agulhas. It's about 140 kilometers east of Cape Town. And that is what oceanographically is the meeting point. But you'd find that the western side of the peninsula is warmer than the eastern side. So the locals like saying Cape of Good Hope because the one side's warmer than the other.
You mean the Atlantic is warmer than the Indian Ocean?
This is always cold. This ocean's fed by the Venezuela current that originates from Antarctica and it's oxygen rich. We have a lot of zoo and phytoplankton, which is what the fish eat. So our main industry here would be fishing.
What about the shark?
All right. Chief factors, Isaac.
خب اینم دوباره از تیبل ماونتن و دریای اینجا. جای فراز و فرناز و مامانش هم خیلی خالی. انشاءالله که موقعیت‌هایی در آینده پیش بیاد که همگی با هم بتونیم بیاد.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one do I marry?
You guys are lucky here. No jet skis, no boats.
By the way, gents, the ratio ladies to men in
Yes.
Cape Town
Yes.
is at the moment they say 6 ladies
To one man.
to 1 man.
Yeah, kidding. That's
The
why
reason for that is that Cape Town is the gay capital of South Africa. So why did I get married if I had such a wide if I had choice of 6? I don't know. It must be stupidity.
I think I can live with it.
Very good restaurant. That's the thing about table restaurants and older houses. It's tucked away. Nobody knows about it. Just
Enjoy about Victoria. Victoria is very much like
Dale's place, restaurant, very popular. Very good. In general, Cape Cod.
enjoy the way they talk.